Hey guys, it's me, and I've somehow worked up the level of confidence to do a voice reveal, so here I am, and now I guess I'm going to be doing voiceovers on my reviews instead of text, so maybe that'll get my YouTube analytics up. Anyway, today I'm doing an interview with someone who has been getting really involved on the infinite flight community in the past few months. His real name is Zach, also known as ZTube. So please enjoy the interview that I had with him, and I want to thank him for coming out and taking the time out of his day to do the interview. Let's get this rolling.
Hey Zach, thank you for the opportunity to do this interview. It's much appreciated. So without further ado, let me begin.
So the first question I wanted to ask you, living in New Jersey, how do you deal with the hate about Newark Airport?
I brush it off. It's not a big deal. If people go off the speculation that it's a New York airport and there's a bunch of delays and stuff, and while that's true, it's not the full story, then I'll defend Newark. But if you've been there, had a bad experience, and it is what it is.
So I'm sure anyone who's literally spoken to you for 15 seconds knows the answer to this question. But I guess I have to ask it because, why not? But what's your favorite airline and why?
Favorite airline is definitely United. I've flown them all my life. Just been a big part of, my aviation career and, everything down that path.
So a question that a lot of people had, and it's a very reasonable question. I introduced you as Zach at the start of the show, but of course on communities and forums you go by ZTube. Where did you get this name from, and why did you keep it for all this time?
That's a good question. Back in 6th grade, I started a YouTube channel, and I the name just popped into my head. No specific reason, as I think it was quite some time ago. And why did I keep it? I don't know, it just stuck with me, and kind of never got rid of it, although I do use different usernames for things such as Instagram, Snapchat, versus forums.
Yeah, I guess it's very interesting how things just, stick to you for all this time. Anyway, I know you've been in Infinite Flight Air Traffic Control, also known as IFATC, for a few months now. How has this affected you, and what do you recommend or advice that you can give to other people who wish to join the IFATC program?
I would definitely recommend it. It's a blast controlling expert server. You have the authority and you can make sure everyone's enjoying it. Of course it sucks, if you have to report someone, but it's part of it, and as it feels really good to give everyone the best experience possible. Not to mention the fact that it's a big family, and everyone's there for one another, no matter what.
So, I'm sure a lot of you know, but Zach is the CEO of a virtual airline, and I wanted to see how this has been going all of this time. As I'm sure a lot of you also know, I am the COO at that virtual airline as well. So, Zach, can you tell our viewers anything that you want to expose, I guess?
So yeah, I'm the CEO of LL Virtual. The process of how it came about was basically, I saw there was no LL Virtual Airline. I said, I love Israel, LL, why not go for it? Kind of put it together in a few weeks, got into the approval process, and bam, shortly after it was approved. In regards to where it is now, it's doing great. We've got 31 pilots. That includes our 4 staff members, actually 5 staff members. It's as good as it could be. We constantly make changes for the best pilot experience. We've got plenty of things that we're working on. I myself hasn't actually even shared things with the other staff members about what.
Whoa. Sorry, I hate to interrupt, but say what? You didn't share this with us? Uh, I mean, continue, but just okay. And with that, I guess we'll just continue on. Next question. I know you were just promoted to one of the IFVARB board members, which is the Infinite Flight Virtual Airline Regulatory Board, and you are now a board member there. How's that going for you, and what can you tell us that's not confidential?
So yes, I was just promoted to IFVARB board member. It's great. I love helping others, and this is a great way to do so. What I can say that is not confidential is that it's you have to be very very patient and willing to put your time in. It's not something that you can just look at a website and say, okay, you have a spelling error here and you got to fix that design there. You need to be really articulate. You need to look through every single thing. I actually go through the inspect element at times, and just make sure that I see nothing wrong there, because usually if there's an error there, there's an error on the website. But you got to be very, very articulate.
So actually, for those who don't know the story, me and Zach also partially know each other. We actually happen to play a round of golf with each other at camp. We apparently go to the same camp. I don't know. We have a lot in common, and I joined his virtual airline without even knowing he went to my camp, without even knowing I played a round of golf with him. I didn't really think about it, and we figured out one day that we went to the same camp and played a round of golf. And speaking about golf, what is your biggest hobby that you've done during quarantine, or what's kept you going through these past 8 months or so?
I'm gonna have to say tennis. I've been playing tennis for I don't know, since I was 4 maybe, so it's been quite some time. It's not the same tennis because you don't get to play with everyone and play full tournaments because of COVID, but taking a few lessons every week and playing with some friends is gets me through. Of course, I go biking as well every day, but you just got to be active.
So I have written down here that I should be asking, what is your favorite aircraft and why is it significant to you? But the real question should be, what is your favorite aircraft and what makes you totally super biased towards it?
It's probably in terms of what I've flown on, it's probably the A350-900. I flew that from Munich to Newark. It was a fabulous flight. Might be a little biased because it was in premium economy, but it was just a stunning flight and on a stunning aircraft. However, the Dreamliner 10 is also pretty important. That's the heart and soul of United Airlines, and their services internationally and domestically as in certain aspects. Supposed to fly on one to Tel Aviv and back from Tel Aviv in December of this year, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. In regards to why these aircraft are significant to me, just because it's going to shape the way of aviation in the future. This is the start of a new beginning.
Sounds like you had a great flight. Speaking about flights, obviously the flights get you to the places. So what is your favorite place to visit? How many times have you been there? And why is it important to you? Why is it a great place to visit? Is there anything you would tell people to get people to visit there?
It's got to be Aruba. It's just such a perfect island. There's no complaints. I've never had an issue there. The weather's gorgeous. Everyone there is so friendly. You just can't go wrong with it. That answers the question why it's my favorite place. And in regards to how many times I've been there, 13, I believe. The first time was when I was 2, and I've been going ever since, except this year due to COVID.
So, it's a very common thing that people do in Infinite Flight. Have you ever gone into, the casual or solo server? Hopefully you didn't do this on the Training or Expert, but have you ever gone in and purposely either tried to land or crash a plane on top of your house? Speaking about houses, I'm really excited to see if my house is on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I am downloading it on my computer right now. It is taking 36 hours. I'm not even joking, and hopefully it's actually going to work. So, what's up with you and landing planes in your house? Have you done it?
No, I have not. If there were buildings in Infinite Flight, possibly. But no, I've never tried that. However, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have. Didn't work too well, is all I'll say.
So, thank you, Zach. I really thank you for taking the time out of your day to do this interview. That's pretty much it. If everyone could please go down and click the subscribe button, it would be very much appreciated. And also another thing, I'm going to be exiting each YouTube video with an outro from either a semi-famous YouTuber. So if you can guess the outro, guess it in the comments. It's happening right now. I'm leaving.
Anyway, thank you for the opportunity to do this interview, Zach. I look forward to doing more, and hope you enjoy.